Everybody want the easy way out. And they don't understand that their life is the price that you pay when you finessing the person. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what I went through in life. If I come shot with you and you finesse me, you best believe I'm coming to kill you.
Real life. If it ain't real life,
it ain't real life. Just ain't real. Real life, street Starz. You know what time it is.
All this stuff that people, talking to you about with Diddy, you had said something that was kind of, very noteworthy. Distinctive. You said that Diddy got busted for chasing what he wanted.
Yeah,
and not what he needed.
Yeah. When you act like a young and you're old, you tend to get what you deserve. You understand? What's the difference, you heard me, between Diddy and Jay-Z? Jay-Z know he can't act like a young. Diddy act like a young because he ain't have no attachments. When you get to a certain point in life, it ain't even personal of the attachments you got to concur with. You have to have attachments when you get to a certain age as a man. That's why they don't let you or allow you to be a president without attachments, because it dictates who you are as a DNA code when you have attachments. When you don't have no attachments, when you're nowhere to be found, nowhere to want to be found, that is a mystery. And only people that can become mysteries is young. You can't be an older man with a mystery. You got to have some type of history as a man, no matter how that sounds. That's why that is diabolical if you don't have history as a man. If you can't call yourself a man, Joker, if you have no history, no matter how that sounds. People have to have some type of way to trace you, no matter how that sounds.
Wouldn't children be considered an attachment, or at least something that you have to be responsible and move responsibly for?
That's a liability if you're not really there with the mama. That's not an attachment. That's a liability if you're not there with the mama. When you get to a certain point as a man, you have to have a code about yourself. And we all have codes about ourselves, whether we like it or not.
At what age do you think you reached that point?
When I got shot in 2012 and I re-educated myself, I was young and dumb and having fun, and I was cutting up until I got shot. It was all gravy when I was cutting up and doing what I wanted to do until it happened to me. And when it happened to me, I realized I'm not about that life like I thought I was, right? I lost my oldest and my youngest, and I realized maybe I don't want to die like I thought I did, because I felt that feeling. And I re-educated myself to make sure that if I die, I'm not throwing a brick at a graveyard at the jailhouse. So that's the age. Fuck the age. It was the year, 2012.
Let me ask, can you speak on what got you shot? What situation was that? And where did you get hit?
I was in Atlanta, Georgia. All my people, they was selling, how they was selling and trapping, how they was trapping, I was rapping. And I didn't like the money I was making, because I'm watching my people, you heard me, spend 5,000-10,000 a day in the strip club in the daytime. And I'm over this. The most I could spend is $1,500 to $3,000. Now that I'm older, I realize that was good money.
Yeah.
You heard me? That was good money. But when you don't really take appreciation to the situation that you're in, you're not gonna look at it as good money because you're ungrateful as. And I was a man because I was ignorant. You understand? And I didn't want to keep living off that budget. So I told the same people that was blowing the money to front me. And they always had my back, so they fronted me. And they fronted me the weed. I realized how to package it, ship it, send it, and bring it back to me. Oh, you shouldn't have taught me that. I had about a 6-month run with my fake drug dealer ass. And I had a ball though. I had a ball being a fake drug dealer. You understand? I'm more good with dealing with women than I am dealing with work. I can't deal with men on a day-to-day basis. I can deal with women that finesse men on a day-to-day basis. I'm good with women. I'm not good with men. That's how I knew I wasn't gay. But anyway, you heard me to get to the point of what I'm saying. I finessed some from Peoria, Illinois. This wasn't their first. Yeah, they get busy out there. It's practically Chicago, no matter how that sounds, right? So Dallas and Fort Worth is practically the same, no matter how the fuck that sound. You can finesse a nigga Fort Worth, he's still a Dallas, no matter how you see that shit.
He can come get at you.
They came and booked me, but in 2008, I finessed them. I sold them rabbit food. You heard me? And they came back and got me in 2012 in Detroit. So I was living in the A when I finessed them, and they came and got me.
They held on to that for you.
I smoked them. You gotta understand, I smoked them.
Yeah.
When it comes to a certain look, say, bro, if you finesse me out of $1, I'm gonna come get you.
Yeah. For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? And I thought in my mind, being from New Orleans, you understand? I thought that we was the toughest. Oh no, brother, it's tough everywhere. You think shit's sweet, but shit ain't sweet nowhere. You just ain't dealing with the right, no matter how that sound. And I got shot from dealing with people who was the right, thinking we was the right. Now I'm not gonna say no just due has came from me getting shot, but at the end of the day, to this day I still have stomach problems. And every day of my life I gotta drink baking soda water just to burp and digest. So it wasn't worth it. Every day, baking soda water.
Now, when you got shot, did you feel like this was it, or did you was like, I can't go out like this? What was came through your mind?
When you do wrong, you gotta expect whatever come with that. I didn't think in my mind that I thought in my mind, I know I did them dirty. They came and got me 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 years later, and they booked me in Peoria, Illinois. Make that up. Them niggas was on my back the whole time. They just didn't know how to catch me. So when my dog Pretty Black died, his mom gave me the Lamborghini. And when I had the Lamborghini, I could have cut up in the A. I could have had the Lamborghini in the A. You did, because when you live in a rapper life, anything that's extra is a plus. No matter how that sounds. So a Lamborghini and I'm at this time a young whippersnapper, that's a plus.
Amen.
But my dumb ass, I ain't even gonna say all that because I said it in Google interviews and that's wrong. My smart ass. Reggie Bush is a good friend of mine. I've been knowing Reggie Bush since the USC days from the OJ Mayos, but I met him through Suge Knight when I was out in after Katrina. I rocked with Suge. When I rocked with Suge, Suge had a stepson named Chauncey Washington. Chauncey Washington went to USC. Chauncey Washington knew the OJ Mayos and the Robert Frees and the Reggie Bushes. So I kind of had a relationship with Reggie Bush from them. When Reggie Bush played for the Saints, we had a relationship. I'm in the city, we cutting up. I made sure that Reggie Bush was protected at all costs, no matter what he did. When Reggie Bush got traded to Detroit, he asked me, did I know people out there? I said, absolutely. I know the tricks and all of them. They all know what's down with Chop. They all know what's down with me without rap of other things that I was indulging in. So when that situation happened to me, I was utilizing Reggie Bush lifestyle as Chopper the Rapper lifestyle. You dig? So I was taking buku shows. And when they booked me, they didn't give me no contract or nothing. And at this time, I'm young and dumb, so I'm sipping lean, I'm popping pills. You heard me, I'm smoking weed. I'm not really thinking at this time. So $10,000 is great money to me. And I guess that dollar, normally I'd charge a nigga about $6,000, $7,000. But I charged them niggas 10 for some reason, and they took it. And I should have knew right there that was wrong, because we didn't do no paperwork. But when we did that deal, they told me it was Peoria, Illinois. I wasn't thinking in my mind that it was the Peoria. So I done flew out there, and man, we on our way. Don't think I went out there in a Lamborghini just a duck ass. No, we had the van, we had the straps. I come correct. I'm not playing no games in out here, but I got a bad with me. I'm having fun, right? And they ask me every hour on the hour, every exit I'm on, what exit you on, right? And I'm not thinking like that. That's why I don't smoke weed. It's because I like to be on my toes. That's why I don't pop pills no more, because I like to be on my toes. I'm going to sip my sip. I'm from New Orleans. sip and drink make you just extra on your toes. Some people, they black out. Some people, they not on their Richter, but I'm on mine when I sip. When I sip, I look at everything like a 3D glasses. I see through everybody. But somehow, some way, I didn't see it that way. So when them came and shot me, I asked for it because I told them every exit I was on, no matter how that sound, I deserved it. And I ended up seeing them that shot me in 2017. Did you know that?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. In Atlanta.
What transpired when you saw him? You just...
I was afraid because I thought they was going to finish me. But the person that told me to get the rabbit food was the same people that knew who I finessed. And no offense, but you can't fuck with that fuck with that you don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? You fuck with anybody that I don't fuck with, you're not my people. But he wanted me to squash that because Ron was still conducting business with them. But I didn't think about that then. I know that now as a grown man. I'm in my 30s now. But back in the day, I wasn't thinking like that. And he squashed it in the club, and we sat down, and he was just like, Chop, you know, I was broke. You broke my pockets. And I apologize because no matter how that sound, brother, I was wrong. Finessing it is never the right thing to do because you don't know nobody else's situation.
And I'm glad you brought that up.
Not to cut you off, but I got the out of there after we apologized, though. Ayo, fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Got the fuck out of there.
How do you think we got to this place where it's like all the finessing and running off on the plug? And how do you think we got to that point? Because like you said, it's not legitimate. It's not the right thing to do. But everybody pushing that like that's what we're supposed to be on.
You really want to know? And I
sure.
lie to you? Everybody want the easy way out. And they don't understand that their life is the price that you pay when you finessing the person. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what I went through in life. If I come shot with you and you finesse me, you best believe I'm coming to kill you. It might not be today and might not be tomorrow. But at the end of the day, you got to go.
So you would say karma is definitely real.
Fuck karma. That, you got to go. And I'm not, you hear me? I'm not over here. I don't play the tough role. I don't play the killer role. You heard me? Because I'm not about none of that shit unless it's my business. Anybody else's business, they can be whoever they want to be. You heard me? My business, you got to go. So it transpires when people like the easy way out. Everybody want the easy route, especially us minority black men. We always trying to take a shortcut, and we always throw a brick at a graveyard from trying to take a shortcut. Nobody want to work hard as a black man for some reason. And we always want to use an excuse like somebody done us something. Anybody do it? You heard me? We can sit up here, you heard me, and say we our ancestors. That's cap. Your ancestors lived about 400 years ago. You could have been got off your ass. There's no difference between a getting off and a that don't. You are the product of the work ethic you provide to the world. No matter how the fuck that sound. And that's sad that most of us minorities want excuses and reasons of why we don't get off and change our family dynamics. That's me. I come from a homeless childhood. I ain't had no mom. You heard me? My pa been in prison since 96. I've been out this on my own. I'm the product of trying to get off my ass. I tried so much, I lost so much that I started winning. Hallelujah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey.